home to just over 5,000 refugees. Some 40,000 more have fled here from Port-au-Prince after the quake. These squatters have marked out their own plots of land with rocks and sticks and set up makeshift shelters. But they told us that police had come just a couple of days ago, slashed their tarpaulins and told them to vacate the land.
Vous pouvez nous montrer?
Oui.
Well, it looks like the roof has also been slashed with machetes and there's rain now coming into the shelter.
Mais pas voulu pour nous construire là même. Yo pas d'accord même pour nous construire là. Yo besoin terre, grand nèg besoin terre. Yo grand nèg fait yo apporter terre pour nous capable prendre.
Bolem vin là yo bat deux moun là presque mourir mettre kay ça. Yo menacer nous, yo dit moi même yo te vinn chercher. Yo te yo ta tirer moi mais parce que yo pas joindre moi, bon ça passe comme ça.
This is supposed to be one of the few plots of land owned by the Haitian government. But it sounds like local police are enforcing the interests of private land speculators. Land tenure is one of the major issues holding up reconstruction and resettlement.
What has happened from the inception of the Haitian state is that a little group of people have grabbed land.
For the past 6 months, Patrick Elie has worked as an advisor to President René Préval. 16 years ago, he served as Aristide's defense minister. So for years, he's had a front-row view as foreign influences, governments and banks dictated policy to the Haitian state.
What was done over the years, since the late 70s and early 80s, was to chip away whatever was left of the state, okay? By, for example, instead of asking for state-owned company to clean up their act and be productive, to sell them to private sector.
And what has happened in Haiti is that internationally funded NGOs have filled the empty space left vacant by a weakened state.
La situation que nous connaissons avec les ONG jusqu'à présent, c'est une situation que nous décrivons comme étant l'État dans l'État.
Twice a former Prime Minister of Haiti and tipped to run for president soon, Jacques-Edouard Alexis is intimately acquainted with the workings of the government's competition and its failures.
Mais on a vu, de par l'expérience des ONG en Haïti, qu'il n'y a pas de développement. Je crois que nous devons faire en sorte que les ONG puissent rentrer dans le jeu qui est défini par l'État ici.
According to the current Prime Minister, Jean-Max Bellerive, it's about to happen. The new Interim Haiti Recovery Commission will decide how the $5.3 billion pledged by international donors will be used to rebuild and try to bring NGOs in line with government priorities. Half its voting members are Haitian, the other half represent foreign donors.
Before the commission, 100% of the money pledged on Haiti was decided by the one giving it. So it's a big progress that we get to 50%. So we are gaining on our sovereignty.
But if Haiti has been granted the license to rebuild as a sovereign state, who will be able to govern it? Presidential elections in Haiti are scheduled in just 4 months' time, and opposition leaders are starting to make noises and setting out their political strategies. Businessman Charles Baker was a leader of Group 184, the US-funded coalition that helped oust Aristide. He ran against Préval in 2006, winning 8% of the vote. He plans to run again.
If we'd have had a responsible government, a responsible president, definitely things have gone much better.
Baker questions the Préval government's ability to run fair elections and is demanding a complete revamping of the CEP, the council that will oversee them.
If President Préval sticks to that, you might see a repetition of 2006, of 2004, where President Préval might have to leave power under popular pressure, which is not the best thing for Haiti. I think it'll be a lot quicker than what happened with Aristide, because there are a lot more frustrations. It'll probably take less than a month.
and it's playing out on the streets too. Almost every week since the earthquake, I've covered protests like this one. For the most part, orchestrated and paid for by politicians to destabilize Preval's government. It's not hard to find evidence. Just outside the presidential palace, we meet Carlos Jean-Charles.
The protests, we have two groups, you know. We have a group against Preval, we have a group in favor of Preval, you know. Because the protests in Haiti, the rich people, they pay us, you know, to make violence. Nobody protests without money in this country. You know, I can receive just 500 sometimes or 600, depending demonstration, you know.
To go out and demonstrate?
To go out, you know. If you demonstration with gun, I can receive just 1,500.
Carlos points us into the Champ de Mars camp, where he says we'll meet people paid to protest for the other side, the Preval government. Sure enough, we find 23-year-old Francisco Ligonde, who told us he's the leader of the 69-member Love Alliance gang.
We are all, that's me, we always smoke. We like Preval.
And when you protest, do you get paid to demonstrate?
His crew shows us the wounds and battle scars received in the line of duty.
How much do they pay for a demonstration? Like, how much do they get paid? So, like 200 gold? 22? Okay. $22 US?
No, Haitian.
Haitian, okay. You have a boss for your group?
Yes, I mean, I'm the boss.
You're the boss?
Yeah.
So where do you get the money from?
So, you know, I know, but I cannot say you.
Can't say it?
I cannot say you.
Okay, man.
More than 20 years ago, a massive social justice movement swelled with Haiti's dispossessed people. It was called La Valasse, meaning the flood, and it swept Aristide to power in the country's first democratic elections. 2 decades and 2 coups d'etat later, the Famille La Valasse party is what remains of that movement. Plagued by infighting, it hasn't named a presidential candidate yet, and the Preval government may bar it from running one. But Famille La Valasse can still mobilize thousands with calls for Aristide's return, and it's proven as much in the months since the earthquake. If the country makes it through November's elections, the new government will bear the burden of rebuilding this country. Some in Haiti recognize the challenges, but hold out hope.
I put all my money on our ability at the grassroots movement to remobilize the Haitian people, to make them believe once more that they are the key players in politics and that they should get involved in politics.
Others have more dire predictions.
Oh, after the earthquake, you're going to see blood everywhere. That's why, you know, the rich people, they just keep us in misery to make us, you know, do whatever they want.
Six months on from the earthquake, this disaster continues to unfold. A disaster made worse by political and economic choices, as far beyond the control of the vast majority of Haitians as the shifting tectonic plates beneath them. And I wonder what kind of ground-shaking event it would take for those with power here to change their habits of doing business and politics and providing aid, so that rebuilding can begin in earnest for the people who need it most.